You definitely don't want to miss this. Just when Neeson hurriedly stepped on the gas, he noticed his ex-wife being taken by a van full of black breadsticks, and what he really wanted to see was the secret behind those tattoos. However, 2 cops unexpectedly arrived, guns aimed, demanding his surrender. But Neeson remained unresponsive. He needed to see the tattoo clearly, and after getting the clue, Neeson calmly raised his hands, leaving the cops thinking they had caught a real cat. He happily called the chief, thinking he had done something big, not realizing he was about to face a major door disaster. Neeson pulled out a small metal piece from his sleeve and, like a magician, silently unlocked his cuffs. Then he attacked the 2 officers in the front seat faster than one officer was tossed out the window, slamming the gas to speed away. Faced with police cars, Neeson felt like playing a racing game. Cars shot up onto the median, veering into oncoming traffic, and Neeson was like a nimble little fish, dodging cars like a pro, triggering a spectacular car crash show. Just then, a sparkling pink car unexpectedly showed up, losing all control due to the braking inertia. Neeson ninja-ed his way sideways, using the commotion to make his escape. Neeson quickly escaped from the car and dialed the chief, starting his self-defense story, claiming he was just an innocent little bunny. He weaved through the city with expert driving skills, pursued by police cars, a real-life Mario Kart. Seeing the way blocked, Neeson unexpectedly drove into a U-shaped parking lot, staging a high-speed chase but found nowhere to go. At that moment, data transferred. He hid in a garage, driving into the elevator shaft, sparks flying. Neeson hurriedly escaped from the car, and the next second he called the chief, insisting he was an innocent citizen, and just in time. He begged the chief for 2 days to uncover the truth, but was told work rules applied, and innocence was for the judge. His job: catch culprits. Neeson tossed his phone into the nearby bus, preventing police tracking. When Neeson returned to his secret base, Sam was impatiently waiting. He wanted to attend the early funeral, but needed his buddy's help. The police had set up comprehensive surveillance around the graveyard, but Sam jammed their monitoring system like a... Then he hugged Mills, relayed Neeson's message to live normally or Dad would reach out. Then he noticed Mills' micro-expressions, and the father-daughter duo could only comfort each other from afar. Mills went back to school, but the cop was always tailing her. As usual, he went to the store and took a drink from the middle row, his exclusive secret known only to his dad. Seeing the message on the drink, he knew it was his dad's cue. Without hesitation, he drank it all and tossed the bottle stylishly before leaving. The officer reported Mills' moves and continued tracking, but the chief suddenly sensed something was off. He arrived at the convenience store. The owner said she bought a drink daily, but drank it there this time. The chief found the discarded bottle, pointed, uncovered the issue, and hurriedly told officers to tail the girl. Just then, Mills felt nauseous and rushed into the bathroom. Neeson appeared, covering her mouth and taking her into a stall. As he pressed the flush button, he also removed the listening device from his daughter, wrapped it up in special material, and gave her anti-nausea meds, leading to their joyful reunion. Neeson was still grappling with the grief of losing his ex-wife when he heard the shocking news. His daughter was pregnant. She had wanted to tell him long ago, but never had the chance. So much had happened recently that it left her feeling overwhelmed. She was distressed and had no one to confide in. Neeson felt mixed emotions, knowing he'd be a grandpa, but it wasn't the time to discuss it. He urged his daughter to be cautious, bound to uncover the truth for their mother. Mills, however, noted recent oddities. She had hired many bodyguards. At that moment, a large group of officers arrived at the school, and when they rushed into the girls' bathroom ready to apprehend someone, they found only Mills there. During the escape, Neeson lobbed a grenade into the empty storage room. A loud bang triggered the alarm. Sprinklers erupted, turning the scene into chaos. Neeson escaped using the crowd as cover. Meanwhile, Stuart fled with cash. Accompanied by bodyguards, he left the company while Neeson tailed him in his car, eager to find out what this guy was up to. Suddenly, a big moon rushed out from behind, constantly crashing into his car. Neeson was knocked off the cliff as it rolled several times before stopping. Looking at the wrecked vehicle, the killer still wasn't satisfied and tossed the grenade down. Meanwhile, a nightmare unfolded for the driver when his van of breadsticks suddenly launched an attack. Although he was in a hurry to flee, the old car was too decrepit, and he was mercilessly pushed off the cliff, even though the vehicle was already a mangled wreck. Yet the attackers remained uneasy, tossing down another grenade, and only left after the car was completely obliterated. Little did they know, 2.5 minutes later, Neeson emerged unscathed, hopped into a camper truck, pursuing breadsticks. Soon he spotted the enemy's SUV, while the killer, flirting with the cashier, remained blissfully unaware of the incoming danger. The other two heard the commotion and hurriedly got alert, but they were no match for Neeson, who effortlessly knocked them to the ground with his bare hands. Neeson and the lead killer engaged in a firepower showdown, shooting at each other across shelves, and when their ammo ran out, they went hand to hand. The killer grabbed a gun to fight back, but Neeson snatched it. He pressured him to reveal the mastermind, only to find he was a brute. He'd rather munch on peanuts than rat out his boss. While he couldn't reveal the mastermind, it was certain he was the one who kidnapped Neeson's ex. Then, Neeson drove straight to Stuart's house, thinking it was the killer returning, and let his guard down. Little did he know what awaited him was Neeson's iron fist. Neeson dragged him to a deserted hut, and immediately started the interrogation without mercy. He began with water torture, demanding why he framed him. Turns out, Neeson jumped out and hid behind a rock to survive the cliff fall. Stuart could hardly believe Neeson was so lucky and still tried to play dumb, only to find himself drenched as Neeson poured water over him. Turns out, he owed a fortune to a Russian mob boss named Marenko, who threatened to kill his entire family. Coincidentally, Neeson's ex-wife had just shown up at his